What's up, everybody? Sorry, I originally wanted to do it on my laptop, but for some reason the connection in the hotel is not that great. But I kind of figured I'd do it anyway. So I was on Moto. What's good, man? Sorry, guys, about that little mix-up in the beginning. I noticed you guys were already hitting the thumbs up, so if you don't mind, definitely hit that thumbs up. But we're gonna do what we do best and get that same energy back, man. What's good? Mike is in the building. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday. Super excited to do this episode, guys. Only it's not my usual workplace. It's my home in New York, but I'm actually out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Really dope spot. I came out here for a motorcycle event. We're just gonna kind of talk about this and cover what it's like to be part of this community and what was very special about this day. And I already see some people that was actually there in the event in the live chat. So good looks for tuning in, guys. Again, sorry for me starting late. I'm doing this on my actual iPhone connection. So hopefully the connection is good. So definitely give me a thumbs up if you think it's connecting well. All right, we're just gonna say hello to Jack B. Quick. He was actually at the event, really dope. What's good to Sazon Moto? Usually I pop up people's name on the screen when we do this, but in this case, I'm not doing that because I don't have all the fancy equipment that I usually have in my home studio. But I kind of figure you guys would hang out here with me and still chat up and give me your time anyway, even though it's not super fancy. But usually I truly enjoy doing these streams and catching up with you guys. As you guys know, I've been in Nashville since late last week. I landed here, I think, Friday. And it was a big event that was going down that 650 Eve has put together. But we had a bunch of really big talents down here, guys. We had Eve, of course. We had Dude Bungus came by. Jack B. Quick was there. Fasting D was in the building as well. Really dope event. And it was just very interesting seeing these people in real life, how they're very much the same as they are on their video. They're not that different. So that's always something very interesting to see. Hang tight. I'm just going to turn this light on. I think I'm a little bit on the darker side. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, that looks way better, man. And again, sorry that we're starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but when I'm in Nashville, it's actually 8 o'clock here. So, but I'm extremely fatigued. I've been on the fence back and forth about actually making the stream tonight. But my wife was like, you should definitely do it. And it's going to be a great time, and people are going to enjoy it, hearing your take on the entire event. So, and she was right, as usual. So where do we start? Any good question about this event? If you guys have any questions, I'd love to hear it before I start diving into exactly what was the event like. My first night landing here, I hung out, got some Uber Eats, decided that I'm gonna just chill, kick back, and other people started showing up. And what was really dope, and I thought that was a really cool thing, there were so many different people that recognized me. Funny thing is, not from my motovlogging channel, from the live chat, the Freestyle Sunday live stream, and people had already decided to provide loaner bikes for me to ride and stuff like that. Immediately, everyone was like, "Yeah, let's go downtown, let's go chill." So it was really dope. So I ended up getting on a Ducati Street Fighter V4S Dark Stealth, a really dope bike, man. I mean, we already know that I have one, but it was really cool. I felt right at home. We ended up going downtown Nashville to this gas station that's really known. I'm assuming it's an event that they hold every weekend. Everyone shows up with their bikes and their cars, and it was complete chaos. I've been posting stories, and I've been posting shorts and stuff like that. So if you guys don't mind, definitely go and check those out and give them a thumbs up. And the minute we got down there, it was just wild, man. Some of the girls had guns, because I guess it's an open carry state. So that was some of that going on. Hold on, there's some comments coming up. Let me make sure that I'm seeing everything. S1000R Mia asking, how did you feel about those SmackDowns? You normally just cruise. Well, so here's the thing. For me, I tend to ride cruising when I'm shooting a video because I did get into some trouble with law enforcement. They found my channel, so I've been pretty laid back. But when I'm not riding for my videos, I tend to go a little bit harder and stuff. But their SmackDown was beyond what to expect. These guys were basically going light speed, and I was just telling Fastlane D and a couple of the guys that I'm completely out of my league, but I can truly appreciate what they do and what they bring to the table, how it's different, it's very unique. And I've hit a couple of triple digits as well, and I don't know, man, it's beyond the maybe it's not for me or my kind of level of riding skills. Maybe it could be that, but they are going fast, man. I mean, these guys' motorcycles are not what you think, really. Most people tend to buy a motorcycle and they buy like nice mods and everything else. Oh, Sazon Moto's asking here. There's a couple of comments coming up. I'm gonna backtrack to that from Sazon Moto. Yeah, but like I was saying, you can definitely appreciate what these guys do. The way they ride, their skill level is absolutely amazing. And I've hit a couple of triple digit, but for me, once I've hit like maybe 140, that is more than enough for me. It's just a lot. And I was even asking them, how do they feel, when they start reaching 186 to 200 and stuff like that, And one of the main thing that I was told is, once you 150, 30 miles more, it's not going to be that big of a difference. But I think to some degree, looking from the outside, it looks really hyper. When you're on the bike, you're actually, doing the speeds. You don't feel it or you don't see it. But for these people, when you're watching them from the outside, it's just mind-boggling, man. It's so cool, so amazing, so much. I could imagine the adrenaline is pumping, in these guys, overall, oh, I'm just putting something here just to kind of hold us. I made like this little rig here to hold up my my camera. But yeah, they go hard, man. Let me see here. 5 Ups in the building. Just wanted to say what's up with him as well. Tim as well. You guys have no idea how fatigued I am. It was 90 degrees and I was wearing full on gear, and I could see why some of the people, when they do those SmackDown runs, they're not wearing any gear, and there's a reason for that. I'll talk about that a little bit just so you get a general idea. It's not that they're not being safe. The overall goal for these guys is performance and really trimming weight. You're talking about gear, motorcycles. Most of their motorcycles, Eve has mentioned this to me. It's they're hack jobs almost. And I'm not saying this in a means for it to be disrespectful or anything like that, but they buy these $30,000 motorcycles and completely disassemble it and remove pretty much any component that's not a complete necessity, just to gain as much performance as possible. They even strap down the front end of the bike down so that way it stays planted when you give it full throttle. Again, would I do some of this stuff to my own bikes, but I don't ride like that? Probably no. But it's I don't mean any offense. Steve said butchered. Yes, I don't mean that by any offense. That was 650 Eve's word he used himself, and from there it kind of stuck into my head. But it was an amazing opportunity to be out here in Nashville. And yesterday when everybody kind of hung out, had drinks in the hotel, and then we went to a bar and stuff like that and ate. And people were asking me what was my favorite part of this entire event. And it wasn't the motorcycles. It wasn't the racing. It wasn't, it wasn't any of those things that you would expect, It was really just hanging out with people that are extremely passionate about what I'm passionate about. And the funny thing is, talking to them for about 5 minutes, basically I walked out the hotel and I'm like, I'm going to do Uber Eats and just do like a front door pickup. A couple of people were there and their bikes are being offloaded. By the way, everybody has trailers or a pickup truck, really dope. And I'm like, man, I need to get my broke ass out of here. Oh, man. And talking to them for about 5 minutes after you introduce yourself, it felt like you knew these guys for years and years. Some really great stories of success and some horror stories of how certain scars that they have, and I saw that there were a lot of guys that had like a lot of memorable moments that are etched into their body and stuff. And you know, it didn't drive any fear into me or anything like that, but it really made me realize and understand the risk that they take when they go out and ride and do certain things that they do. But overall, the thing that I enjoyed the most, it was the guys. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was to do shots and have drinks. Nobody were drinking during the ride or anything like that, but it was after when everybody was hanging out. And I also had a big learning opportunity as well in this meetup, actually. And I got really lucky. These guys are riding so fast, guys. They're so quick. And I'll tell you this right now. The very first thing that happened to me, you know, we did. Oh my God! I got to talk about this. Oh, but first, let me just special thank you to S1000R for the super chat. Thank you, sir. And that guy Kel's out of New York. So what's up to you, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, if you guys are here, definitely hit the thumbs up. It really helps. I was really not gonna do the stream, and I'm like, I gotta do it, man. Everyone I bump into, they were like, you look familiar. You look familiar. What's going on? What's going on? And I didn't say anything. I try to be very modest about things. It was like, you're the guy that do the interviews with these guys, right? And I'm like, yeah, that was cool. And a lot of people approached me that had great stories, want to be part of it. So we are going to be seeing some very interesting people coming on the stream to tell their stories, their journey through the motorcycling community. And there's some really interesting people. We had one gentleman named Guy. He has a Bimoda. I think it's Bimoda motorcycle. It's a supercharged Italian bike it's one of 4 he has. I think that bike's like 100 grand or something like that. But this guy's been in the industry for a very long time. He's out of Harlem, New York, actually. He grew up out of New York. So I bump into a lot of really, really cool people. But outside of that, when 650 Eve showed up, they offloaded their bikes and kind of lined the bikes up. I have so many footage, guys. If I was in my home base, I'd be rolling a lot of content so you could see. But please stay tuned. I'm going to release some videos talking about this journey, about the beauty of seeing the guys talking and stuff. Actually, give me a second. I just want to pull something up. You might not see it super clear, but I have to show you guys this. You know, just watching everybody just hang out and stuff. It was so beautiful. Just, let me see. I got this here. There we go. I got something good here to show you guys. It's not super fancy as when I do it from home, but take a look. So take a quick look, guys. This is one of the paths. So definitely a lot of content. I'll probably pull up a couple like this just to kind of show you guys. And the amount of warm welcome that I got during the time that I got here. So many people offering me their bikes. They're like, oh man, you're coming out of New York to show love and stuff. And a lot of these guys bring multiple bikes and they're like, hey, my bike is your bike and stuff. I mean, granted, I turned down a lot of bikes and stuff like that only because I just feel like it's not the ideal thing to start grabbing people's bikes and using your clout to kind of do that. And I think it's kind of tasteless and stuff. And some of the people that I worked with prior that was there that already said, hey, I'm bringing a bike for you. That's what I stuck by and stuff and just waited for that. But I did have a lot of options. Let me show you guys the Bimoda motorcycle that will be there. This is some B-rolls I took for. This bike is so fast, guys. If you could only see this motorcycle, the front of it is supercharged. You can see that ZX-10R on the far right. That was my bike for that day. By the way, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and showing love. I know this is kind of late out here in the Northeast, so I appreciate you guys coming through. that Bimota. It's all carbon fiber. It has a custom Bimota Aero exhaust. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the front shocks are not a standard one. Let me show you. It's like a Ducati single-sided swing arm in the front, but it's double. And it's all billet machined. This bike is extremely light and very impressive. That night I was on the Street Fighter and I was putting in work. I'm like triple digits going down the road, and this guy passed me as if I was standing still. It was just crazy, man, crazy. So getting back to the story, I'll show you a couple of more clips to that. Let's see here. Getting back to the story, so in the very beginning, once people got there and they started getting excited and all the bikes were lined up, we were all thinking that, hey, we're just gonna get on the bikes and go out and ride and just go see Nashville. And Ebe had a basketball court set up, a little mini basketball court set up, which in the beginning, I think most people were like, oh, what the fuck's going on? You know, why does he have that all set up? And I think some people were kind of like, what's going on? Why is he doing that? And I've realized that Ebe has used a lot of his corporate training to a lot of his street motorcycle riding. He merged them into his motorcycle community. So he decided to do a team building event, which was all of us playing basketball, not playing basketball, but like a hooping contest. Whoever could get more shots. Everyone, it was 30 people. I gotta show you guys this. The event was sponsored by Motul, and you can see also it has a date. Hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry. You know, it kind of sucks not having all the fancy equipment to kind of do everything and make it look really cool for you guys. But I kind of figured, you know what? And it has 650 Ebe on there. So every person that wanted to be part of the team building strategy got a band. So we did 30 people, and it was 2 versus 2. As we go through the tiers, okay, went to the tiers, and whoever won go to the next tier, and then somebody gets knocked out. And at first everyone was a little and people got really into it. And again, team building event. And by the time we were up to like the last 2 event, people were just laughing and having a good time, not even really looking at it anymore, as if it's like, oh, we want to go ride the bikes. But everyone was just excited to kind of talk with each other, laugh, and make fun of each other's bikes and then shooting hoops and stuff. But things get even better, okay? The last round to the basketball game, the 2 guys that was at the very end, there are prizes that was part of the event. There was one guy that was really good at just shooting hoops. I just want to see if I have that clip here. I'm going to show you guys that. And he was knocking out some heavy shots, man, nonstop. And some of these guys are really good. I guess they're, you know, if you grew up going to Chuck E. Cheese and playing those little basketball games, and they were just crushing really hard. So let me play this real quick so you guys can see this. All right, so here's the basketball game. I stop. I turn off my audio.
Second place is going to get 200. So we have 30 seconds on the clock, do we?
Yes, get 700.
We are ready. This is for the championship. First and second place. 1, go. Somebody's going to walk away with some cash. This is for all the money.
So there were cash prizes. Now you guys can see the gentleman in the red and the guy that's in the black shirt. They were the most on point with the shots, okay? So I'm gonna skip towards the end. I don't know if I should be showing this because I'm sure that Ebe is looking to do a whole reveal video, and I don't want to kind of ruin his surprise. But I just want to talk about the event. So the gentleman in the black shirt won, okay? So let me just kind of show you here. This is them celebrating when he won, of course. Let me see here. It's amazing when you're not at home and you don't have all the tools to actually make this look really cool. So this guy, let me just kind of flip this. The guy that won, he got a cash prize of $500. Really, really cool. Everyone got taken back because, you know, at some point everyone was just laughing and just playing and missing shots, and it was just like a big game and then having fun. The dude won. He won $500, $100 bills cash, and Ebe comes out and says, I got one for you that's really, really interesting. Would you want to take a Motul jacket, trade the Motul jacket and a red Motul jacket for the money? So I'll just show you that right now. That was the Motul jacket. And immediately, you know, I think with the trust that's built with the community and the people that's there, immediately he was like, yeah, I'll take the jacket. And he gave the $500 back, which was really, really cool. And I thought that was a really honorable, really cool thing. And he takes the jacket and they open and take it out the bag and stuff and checks the pocket. There was like, I don't remember if it was like $1,500 or $2,000 in the jacket. So that was like really dope. He was mind blown. So now he had the Motul jacket and he has like $2,000 or something. I don't remember if it was more than that or if it was less, but he won that money. And what was even cooler about the entire thing, the guy who lost, the runner up, got the runner up prizes. So his $500 became his. That was so dope. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was so happy. The fact that for me, what was really dope, the guy that lost, he still won something. So I felt like that was like such a cool thing, that it was very, very cool. But things got even more interesting. Then I'll move from this. Everyone that took place in the event that got one of these bands, they all got jackets, helmet bags, t-shirt by the sponsor Motul, and he gave additional $100 bills to people. It was just crazy. It was just, the whole thing was just like unreal. Most people were like, oh my God, how do people follow up with that? Because there's this connotation when we're talking about moto vloggers that, you know, it's always about themselves. Everyone kind of meet up, show up their biggest, baddest bike, and it's like me. And this whole event was really not about Ebe or anything like that. It was really about everyone else. And it was just very, very crucial that it was, everyone was super happy and so like having a good time. So really, really cool. Let me take a quick look at the comments, see if I could spot anything else that was popped up. But I had to tell this little story because I thought it was something that was really cool. Let me see, double swing arm. Yeah, it had, Sazon Moto mentioned that it had double swing arm in the front. Yeah, it had double swing arm, really, really crazy. 5up mentioned here, it's like the Britain 1000. We were talking about the Bermuda motorcycle, guys, but that bike was just so crazy. It was so powerful. One of the fastest bike. I was on one of the fastest bike, and like I mentioned, when they rode next to me, it's like my bike was standing still, and I was doing like 150 or something weird like that. So it was just kind of wild, crazy. And to my another thing I have to mention, even though that bike was extremely expensive, the guy, his name is Guy, he will be, I will have an interview with him on the stream. He's looking forward to come and talk. So he was asking if there's a chance of him being on the stream. I'm like, heck yeah. You know, it's like, he's an OG. He's been around for a long time. And when we got to some open roads, he was riding this bike as if it was a $10,000 motorcycle. We're talking about, he was knee dragging left to right. You could see like the rear tire was getting all gummy. It was just, I'm like, oh my God. Personally for me, I'm chilling over there. I'm like riding the roads. I'm really self-conscious about it because one, I'm getting used to a motorcycle that I don't own, that I got to get used to. So I'm taking it a little bit easier. The other thing is I don't know the roads. So I'm riding really, really like a newbie, you know? I'm really reading the signs, knowing when the turns are coming, and if they say there's a speed limit in certain turns. So I'm like really following those because I don't know how fast I can take the turns. You know, I don't want to test, you know, get super egotistical on someone else's motorcycle and create like a bad situation. So I'm chilling and everyone's just like gone. So really, really dope, man. Everything was an amazing experience. Let's see here. Whatever M8 mentioned here, he was there. He got to do a SmackDown with Ebe. Ebe won a couple of Smackdowns that day. I saw a lot of really dope racing, man. Like,
No, it's not. Hey guys, meet Joanna. She has a really.
oh, let me show you guys this. This was kind of cool. I'm gonna show you guys. I met this lady that was there. Take a look.
The interview.
No, it's not. Hey guys, meet Joanna. She has a really nice piece, and I thought she'd show it to you guys. Take a look. Wait, don't take it out so fast. I want to see it from behind.
Oh my God.
See? Not in that sense. Be nice.
What?
There we go.
Most girls don't strap up.
No.
It's a guy
What we got?
thing. Not only guys strap up, okay?
That's right. You know.
Right?
You're right.
Crazy's out
That's a
here.
nice piece, though.
Thank you.
welcome.
This is my beautiful life.
Guys, you know, it's so funny. I'm just playing some of the clips back, and I'm starting to feel like, you know what I mean? It just felt good, like really, really cool. Immediately while we were there, people started doing donuts. There was a lot of supercharged vehicles. It was just crazy. It was not even just a motorcycle thing anymore. It was just like people coming through. And the weird thing is, no cop showed up until like maybe several hours while we were at the gas station. That was like our first night kind of chilling and stuff like that. Let's see if I could pull up a couple of more stuff here. I got a bunch of shorts that's coming out. Oh, this is a cool one. I gotta show you guys this. This is a really cool 2022 Panigale V4S by a gentleman. He's a local native here. He has a Termi system on there. This bike sounds like pure evil coming down the road. Oh my God, I'm so glad that he spoke. That was Moto Mac TV. He was also there as well. Glad I got to meet you. This is whatever M8. Glad I got to meet you there, man. I was with Apex Riders. Yeah, man, you guys were just wild, man. Really, really cool to meet you, man. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Guys, by the way, if you're watching tonight, definitely hit up the thumbs up. Usually when I do streams like this, where it's not completely set up in my home studio and it's like not perfect, they don't do super well, but it definitely helps with the algorithm when I have those, stuff like that. And that's the only way we're going to continue to get like these interviews. By the way, I do have some really big news for you guys for next Sunday. I will be home already. I'm going to be interviewing Futurist Moto. This guy is a small business owner. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'm typing with one hand. It's very yeah. So this is his website. Futuristic Moto. He's the guy that does these amazing tail tidies for BMW S1000RR. He's a fabricator. He does some really amazing quality pieces, and I'm really excited for this because this is going to be my first time sitting down with someone that's in the industry that actually does some of the work. So that's going to be a very interesting interview and showing some of the project that he's worked on, and it's great opening the door to have manufacturers come on the stream. You know, again, I don't want to make this one thing where it's just like riding or smackdowns. We want to hear people's story and share those, and his ups and downs with working on a solo company with his wife and himself. So we'll talk about all that stuff next week, but definitely be on point and coming through and watch that. It's going to be really cool for some of you guys that are considering looking for sponsorships, that are looking to partner with companies. We might have some of those gems in there as well, and the best way to work with companies and stuff and get paid. So again, you know, part of it is for fun, part of it is to tell stories, and part of it is dropping gems that might help potential people that might want to get into the industry as well. All right, cool. All right, so what else do we got? So right after the whole basketball thing, and everybody got like their prizes and stuff. People started gearing up. I shot some crazy drone footage, which looks absolutely nasty. Can't wait to actually complete my entire project and tell the story about what it's like. I just want to show you guys this event here. This is I want to show you this quick little. This is not even a fraction of the bikes here lined up. This was just very early on. We had so many other bikes that was there. We had maybe like a good 20, 25 more or 30 more bikes showed up. So I started shooting videos very early because I didn't want to kind of get caught and miss anything. So let's see here what I got. Ooh, man, I got some really nice perspective for SmackDown overhead view, seeing the bikes pass. That's freaking nasty, man. I just wish I could just cue everything up so you guys could see, but I'm gonna show you guys this one too. This is the second spot where we got him, and he started just running. This was the area everyone kind of sat and chilled. It was so hot. And I was super fatigued. The sun was so, like beaming ridiculously, guys. And again, heads up, the footage you're seeing here, it's a raw footage. You know, it's kind of washed out. They will be color corrected and stuff like that, and putting a tone on the actual thing. You guys probably can't see this. I'm flying super close to like power line and stuff. It's it shows depth when I do that. There we go. So now there was some crazy stuff that happened to me while I was there. I got to tell you guys this. Right when everybody started taking off, right after the event, and everybody kind of got ready really quickly. I think there was just the heat was just there, and people wanted to start moving so they could stay nice and cool. Right when I saw people getting ready to go, I immediately started getting ready. And by the time I put my jacket on and strapped my helmet down, everyone was gone, dude. Everybody was gone. But I somewhat remember when we were going to Exxon, the gas station, pretty much the same route. And I got on the gas, and I just got there. And mind you, this is like my first time on a ZX-10R. And of course, I got to get acclimated with the bike. I got to adjust my levers. Of course, everybody knows if you're not a newbie rider, the first thing you want to do when you get on a bike that's not yours or your first time riding, you either adjust your levers, get your feeling right, and your mirrors, of course. That's a little tip for you guys there, if you don't want to look like a newbie every now and then. And I didn't even get a chance to do it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna go because I'm gonna miss everybody. So I'm like gunning it at over 100, 120 miles an hour, and I look up ahead, nothing. It was dead. It was like nothing there. Nobody was there, and I'm like, if I'm going at that pace, how fast are they going that I can't even see them? So I rode for about half an hour, and I'm like, I'm getting in my head a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, I started thinking like, oh, that's kind of messed up how everyone kind of took off, and I didn't get, because I don't know where it's at. I don't live in around this area. I don't know the roads. I don't know where cops are. I don't have an iPhone mount holder to put on. But it's a learning opportunity for everyone, you know? I was thinking about it in that manner. And immediately I snapped out of it. I'm like, this is a learning opportunity. If I'm going to be doing events like this, the key thing that's going to happen every single time, but the minute I show up there, whoever's putting on the event, hey, where we're eating, what's the address? Where are we going to end up? What's the address? And I'm going to, you know, favorite them on my maps. And in that way I know if I get lost. Because ideally, I plan to get lost. I kind of figured that I'd probably get left behind because I would not go as wild as other people, because some of them were local, some of them were just, you know, doing their own thing. And luckily for me, my boy 5 Up was supposed to be at the event, and I started, you know, texting people and calling them. Nobody's picking up their phone. Everybody has seen it, but I'm assuming riding at 200 miles an hour, you know, you want to be full focus. So I finally got in touch with 5 Up. He was like, they're probably going to the dam. So I quickly Googled the dam. which was kind of tough because I don't have an iPhone mount holder. So I'm listening. And the ZX-10R is super loud. There's a lot of wind gusts. It's very hard to kind of hear it. So I'm actually listening for the directions. I ended up getting to the dam, super excited. I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be really cool. Nobody's at the dam. But on a good note, getting to that dam area was super beautiful. We're talking about like a canopy of trees covering over, and you have some long sweepers getting there. It was like really cool. And I'm like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna enjoy Nashville and just kind of do my thing. And I had mentioned, I had messaged Ebe, and I also messaged my boy Marcus, really good people. And I was like, hey, can you guys send me the address of where you guys are at? And they finally sent me the address. It says about like 40 minutes away, which I did it in like 20 minutes. It was just tough getting there because I was unable to see the GPS. I was just listening. So every time the map started talking, I had to close the throttle and kind of tuck in just to kind of hear, because the wind gusts, the exhaust, everything was just super loud. So I ended up getting there, meeting with everyone, which was really cool. Everyone was already eating, and I was super happy that I actually caught up with everybody, because I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck that I came out here just to kind of ride with everyone and have a good time. But right after that, I want to show you guys this. Wow, I have a lot of crazy footage here. I'm just gonna show you guys this as well. By the way, all I've been doing, guys, here's a good tip if you're gonna be doing moto vlogs and doing like riding motorcycles and creating content. I basically take all my footage, import everything. I think I have almost a terabyte of information on here on my laptop, and I organize them: A-roll, B-roll, the event name, and then organize them that way I could find them really quickly when I'm cutting. But let's take a look. This is us getting gas right before we rolled out.
How long are you staying? You leaving tonight?
I was in the helmet. I don't think she heard me.
Miss? How long are you staying? Till tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna flip it right now because I take out my credit card.
Okay.
And I don't want my credit card to go on the internet by mistake. I'm just gonna pull up the rollout, and we're leaving the gas station, so you guys can kind of quickly see that. Man, it was crazy. There was a sea of bikes that, as far as the eyes could see. Let me see here, and then I'll pull out a couple of SmackDown so you guys can take a quick look. By the way, I made it a quick learning lesson for me. Immediately once they started getting gas, I kept all my gear on and just knew to be ready to get the hell out of there, get out of Dodge, because I did not want the same thing to happen again. I kept, and you know the thing is, I kept my gear on because I'm like, I'm not gonna let this happen again. So I kept my gear on, and it was so hot, and I kept everything on, and I'm like, I'm just gonna, because I don't know when they're leaving, and there's no like real communication of, oh, we're rolling out. It's just like everyone just start cranking it and just like gunning it. So I kept my gear on, which was pretty heavy.
Yeah, I follow you. Actually, I'm gonna fill it up.
Let me see here. Oh yeah, this is the pull out, guys. I'm gonna show you this. This is cool. This is us leaving the gas station. Everyone's bikes are tuned. They've done some weight reduction on them. There's carbon fiber all over the place. These bikes are just designed to just go fast. Most of the people that are there, they're not looking to have a beautiful bike or cool bike. They're just like, let me just see here. Oh, wait, this is cool. Let's take a look at this real quick. Take a look. This is us just jumping on the highway. Again, the footage is a flat footage. They're going to be color corrected and stuff like that. But you'll see how fast everyone takes off. By the way, we had a healthy group of women there too as well riding. Look how far they are. That quick shifter goes nasty.
What's good? Mike's in the building. Welcome to another Nashville motor vlog. Very excited for this one.
By the way, I did not like when people passed next to me like that very quickly. I was constantly monitoring everything behind me. I'm just going to see if I could find the first smackdown on this road so you guys can quickly see that. But the amount of motorcycles that was there, it was like a sea of bikes. Let's see if I could find that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
People are starting to line up and stuff.
He's flagging, I think.
Get lit, which is dope. I'm constantly checking my front and my back.
By the way, I know most people are probably going to watch this is like, oh man, you're going kind of slow. I am not going slow. I am not going slow at all. They're just going so fast that my pacing will look like it's slow. It's just crazy. So heads up. But really, really cool, man. If you guys have any questions, man, definitely let me know. I'm just going to take a quick look here on the comments here real quick again before going any further. Five Up mentioned he loves their product for Futurist Moto. Yeah, man, I'm excited to talk to the owner and manufacturer next Sunday. How do you Sazon Moto mentioned here? How do you feel about the looks of that exhaust? I don't know if I like it. Which one are we talking about? Are you talking about the Bermuda exhaust? I'm not sure which exhaust you're talking about, but again, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I don't think people that was part of this community really had anything specific about looks per se. It was really about speed and being able to gap somebody or being able to do 0 to 60, 0 to 100 at a minimum amount of time. So that was really the reason. Some people had some stretch bikes, some people had lowered bikes. Some of their bikes were so low that I'm like, oh my God, if I'm riding it through New York with this thing, it would be destroyed. But that was the real setup about the entirety, guys. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this going super long tonight, only because, again, this is not my normal setup, and I am holding this with my hand. If you guys don't mind chilling for a little bit longer, I'll definitely make that hour mark for sure. So if you have questions, if you want to throw in any thoughts and opinion about the entire event, let me know. By the way, I did stay in Nashville for a little bit longer. Everybody has left. I'm in my hotel. Actually, the place we stayed at the Marriott Hotel, really beautiful hotel. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite part of the whole event. Also the hotel is kind of, I guess, a little bougie, you could say. So it's kind of nice, man. Yeah, the people were very nice too, man. Yeah, I just had a thought and I completely forgot it right there. Let's see. Yeah, guys, definitely stick around, stay tuned. Next Sunday is going to be really dope. It's going to be very different. Very excited to actually go back to my usual format and talking to people and just really dissecting the whole event and stuff like that. What else came up? By the way, the women here in Nashville are absolutely beautiful. That restaurant that we ate in, I don't know if it was like I don't think feminist people are gonna like it a lot. It was a lot of younger women that are very in shape, and their booty shorts were like booty shorts. So, but I guess it added another layer of us eating there. So that was really cool as well. So had to mention that. You guys know I'm a fucking pig, so. Oh man. All right, here we go. Any comments and questions, guys, while we're here before I go to anything else? Let's see if I can pull up a couple of SmackDowns here so you guys can see. Oh, just a heads up, if you guys are watching this later, if you want to drop comments, even though if it's not part of the live chat, you could always drop comments. I will reply to every single one of them. And I'm sure whoever that was part of this event, they probably going to watch this because it is late. Usually when I do this streams 8 o'clock at night here in New York, but I know it's 9, so it's going to be around 10. So if you have any questions outside of that, concerns or something like that, or even asking me my thoughts about the event, feel free to drop it down in the comment section down below. I will reply to them. And of course, if you're watching this, even after it went live, definitely hit the thumbs up. That's gonna help. Let's see what we got here. I'm just pulling up some clips here. Oh, you guys will find this very interesting. This is when everybody kind of bailed. So I was putting a camera on my boy's bike just to kind of capture the race, which is really, really cool. I'll show you guys a couple of some of the races. These are some of the cool views that I captured off my boy's bike. He was rocking a BMW S1000R. So that was really cool. I'm really excited about the content I'm going to produce out of that. This is the biggest meet I think I've ever been in, by the way. There you go, Lightspeed tire. By the way, man, if you're part of this video, definitely hit it up because there's a lot of people. I was there. Just want to see these clouds. Oh, this is where everyone rips off. Watch. Yeah, crazy, man. Hearing, seeing them pull off, oh my god, it's so nuts. So, I was super excited because I got to, oh, here's a side view SmackDown. I'm going to show you guys that. Again, some of this stuff is gonna chop down once I'm editing, but alright, he's gonna flag. That's Moto Mac TV right there with the green wheels. They're lining up. Oh, he took off a little bit of head. Alright, you have to really clear it. There you go. His ZX-10R is really fast though. Yeah, really, really cool, man, seeing them just going hard like that. So, whew, ah, man, watching all this just kind of get me all excited again. Just seeing them just riding like maniacs. But yeah, I actually really loved the event, man. It was really, really cool. And I'm actually really happy that I stayed in Nashville for a couple of days after, because I really wanted to go sightseeing and then go around and see stuff. Somebody recommended a Van Gogh art display that I'm going to go check out, which is really cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah. And I got to rest a little bit. I was just super fatigued. I've been on the fence about doing the stream all day, and I'm like, because all I've done today was really just ordered food to my room and just relax and stuff like that. And I think I had one of the girls do my laundry and stuff like that. You send it down, I don't know, something like that. And but yeah, it was like really, really, really cool, man. But I needed that extra day just to kind of decompress, because it was just, I don't know, man. When I was in Texas, it was hot, but I don't know. I didn't feel like this. I just felt like really, really drained, almost as if I got dehydrated. And I was drinking so much water. I had like my book bag. The most I carried in my book bag when I was riding with them was all water. I had like a big freaking batch of water in my bag. I had about like 6 bottles of water, and I was drinking it. But then for some reason, I still felt really dehydrated, and as if it wasn't doing anything. So this morning, I ended up going to get a bunch of drinks with electrolytes in them, and just drinking. I just feel like drinking the shit out of everything with electrolyte in it, because I just feel really tight, my whole body. But oh, gotta mention about this, guys. Everyone was asking me how did I like the inline 4 to ZX-10R. The bike was absolutely amazing. I spoke with Fastlane D, because he rode the Honda Fireblade, the new one, I think 2022. And it's the same thing. Him and we sat down and had a conversation. And I was like, you know, the Kawi ZX-10R, although it was really fast, the bike was super silky smooth. Like, it was really, really great. Like, when you crank the throttle on that bike, it just climbs the curve so nicely, and there's no real like hesitant. It's nothing like an Italian bike or a British bike or something like that. I guess probably you could say the inline 3, right? The triple is as smooth. But the thing is, even though the bike is extremely fast and the bike is super capable, up and down, quick, you know, you have auto blip and quick shifter on it. It's very light because he's done all the work on it. What else? The colorway I loved. It was like red, white, and green. It was really, really cool. I dug that a lot. But the thing is, it felt like the bike was missing something. I mean, I am going to be doing a full review on that Kawasaki ZX-10R. It's a beautiful bike. I guess there's a baby outside. There's a lot of families staying in the hotel as well. And the bike was you know, the weird thing is the bike was perfect. It was amazing. But for some reason, the bike, I didn't feel anything. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this before, ever dealt with a situation similar to this. The bike was amazing. It looks good. It was extremely fast. It climbed up the rev range really fast. Another thing I actually liked about it a lot is the fact that you can keep your bike in second gear or third gear and just cruise, man. You know, you'll hit 100 miles an hour and just those. You don't have to keep on bumping through the gears or anything like that unless you really want to. But all in all, for me, the bike really felt was missing something, like it was missing a soul or something like that, man. It's a difficult thing to explain. It's a difficult thing to kind of say, and I don't want to come off as if I'm like a Ducati guy only, because I love all motorcycles and I enjoy riding a lot of different motorcycles. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When I rode the BMW S1000RR, that bike somewhat fell in that category, but it wasn't the same. What I loved about that bike a lot, when you're using the quick shifter, there was like a little mini explosion that you heard and felt. It's almost like small little characteristic things that makes you fall in love with the motorcycle. And I feel like that ZX10R did not have that for me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I should have ridden it more, but I rode it for a whole day. And the other thing I think they're still working on, the bike was brand tuned, so it was flawlessly running. And I tell people, like, having a bike like this should be your last bike, in my personal opinion. By the time I made it back for us to load the bikes, my entire shoulder blades, still actually today, they're super sore. They're very fatigued. My neck is very fatigued. I didn't encounter any wrist issues or anything like that where my weight was on my wrist. My lower back was just fine, but my upper shoulder blades and the back of my neck are super tender right now. Even right now, I've laid down and hung out all day, and it's just